Hi guys, so today we'll be solving this problem called ones and zeros. Let's read it. You are given an array of binary strings, strs, and two integers m and n. Return the size of the largest subsets of strings such that there are at most m zeros and n ones in the subset. So a set X is a subset of a set Y if all elements of X are also element of Y. Basically, an str's array has been given, which consists of strings, and we've been given m and n value. That is the maximum utmost uh, number of zeros and number of ones that is possible in the array. So according to that, we have to return the maximum, the largest subset which is possible. So similarly, in this array, m is equal to 1 and equal to 1. So we have output as 2 because 0 and 1 are possible. So let's try to code it. So since it's a problem of finding the largest subset or maximum subset, we know that we can solve this problem by DP. So let's try to code it by DP. I'll try to do it by memoization because that is the most intuitive solution that comes to uh, for beginners at least. So let's try to solve it that way. So first we'll be creating a vector. Uh, we'll be creating a 3D vector here. So vector int mm, uh, so basically what will be the parameters of the 3D vector? First would be that str's size would be there, like we'll be uh, having the size. Then we'll be having n's parameter and m's parameter too. So we'll be considering these three parameters. So dp str's dot size plus 1 vector int m plus 1 vector int n plus 1. All right, now here we return a function. I call it memo, and I'll be passing dp a start. In basically start is basically the index that we start from, so that would be initialized to 0. We'll be passing mn and strs dot size comma strs. All right, now let's write the memo function now. So in memo we have a vector int dp vector int and dp vector int no, so basically this would be there because it's a 3D, right? So we'll do that. And dp we have in start, as I told you, int m, int n, and string, oh, sorry, vector string. Let's copy this. Okay, and there we go. There we make our memo function. So now in this memo function, uh, what we have to do is that we have to write the base condition that every memoized function has, dp of uh, the first would be, yeah, the first would be start, then we have m, then n is not equal to -1, then return. Okay, I didn't initialize this to -1 here, so -1, yeah. So at that time we return dp of start, m, and n. All right, now I create a variable result which I initialize it to 0. I initialize it to start. Now I count the basically the number of ones that we have in strings of I uh, that begin strings of I dot n, and basically one we need to count once, so I pass that one. Now this will give us the number of ones which are there. Then I have zeros. Now I know that zeros would be in strs of I dot size minus the number of ones, and that should give us the zeros ones. All right, now we have zeros too. Now we check if m minus zeros is greater than equal to 0 and n minus 1 is greater than equal to 0. At that time result will be max of 1 plus memo dp I plus 1 m minus zeros uh, n minus 1s and size strs. This would be one of the one of the parameters that will be passing. Then we have deep memo where we'll be passing dp I plus 1 m n size and strs, where we do not do anything about that. We do not consider that subset. So what we are doing basically here is, once we are considering the subset, and therefore we are decreasing the m's value and n's values, and we are increasing this index, as we know that I we have initialized it to start, so we know that we can initialize it to we can do I plus 1, or we can do start plus 1 also, that's fine. But this is one of the function which gets us 1 plus the number of subsets which are possible considering that string. And then we have another function which we use here as that we don't consider the string and we move ahead. So basically we do that here, and we increase the index and we do not do any changes to m and n values. All right, so that is happening here. So if this for the part if m minus zeros is greater than equal to 0 and n minus 1s is greater than equal to 0. Otherwise we can just do this one memo, uh, like we do not do anything, right? So we just initialize it to this one. All right, and then we can just simply return dp of start m n is equal to result. All right, now let's write the base condition. The base conditions would be that if m is equal to 0 and n is equal to 0, at that time we return 0. All right, and we also check that if start is greater than equal to size, um, okay, we have passed this size also here, so we haven't put it here. All right, so we need to put that in size. All right, so if start is greater than equal to strs dot size, or m is less than equal to 0, or n is less than equal to 0, and that time we return 0. All right, and I don't think we need to check other than this, because we are checking all the conditions for all the three variables that are there. So let's try to run the code if everything is working fine. Okay, compile time error. Vector int 1 str size plus 1. Okay, here it would be vector of int and this one. Yeah, that works. All right, accept it. So I hope you guys understood the problem. Do solve it. It's a very uh, you know good problem that you can solve after understanding the basics of DP. So do solve it. Thank you.